Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
And mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace, it almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay. You think so too, right?
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some praise.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Dan Heng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing...
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Zhuming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skiff service?
I don't believe in ghosts.
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuquan, but despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet, over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down... There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has...
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the...
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Luofu, but the The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is in.
thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huaiyan. But is it a...
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, Aren't you aiming to discern the intentions? As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General... Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance. Yes, it's this case right here. There will be numerous contests and celebrations. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the
You humor me, Elder Hwaiyan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the ring?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few... I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an...
Thank you for your generosity.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its right.
Yeah. And even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up...
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air.
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me.
Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Quiet down. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner, and we don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that...
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war...
Well, Elder Hwaiyan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome.
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Wait, are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope.
Your talent is quite unique. But you know, based on my years of judging people, you don't really need to dive into swordplay. As for Miss March, she's like a...
I appreciate your kind words, General Hwaiyan. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to...
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights.
I see, General. Then...
Now that Yanqing has agreed too...
It's up to you to make the final decision.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huayan.
Great. Starting tomorrow, Yenqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's sword. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think...
You're too kind. Oh, wait. General Huayan's gone. Wait, what? Why does something feel off about what we talked about?
The show begins.
I think we strayed off top.
Yeah, I brought...
Because... But from his point of view, since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operation, and he wants to see it for himself during the war dance.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because in the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please,
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer it.
thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
The illustrious Merlin's claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd... Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30.
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are as your friend, may I ask how the Alliance and...
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind me. Although the reports from the Luofu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the still... As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along the Luofu Preceptor has also... It is for these reasons that I have come here. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, But since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jingyuan. The Law Fu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the... Unfortunately, for a long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin Warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you...
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recess. Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit, that's why I was sent here.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
I'm still feeling sleepy.
Did I oversleep? Where did...
Mountain.
This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle passes dust.
There you are!
Well, it was a promise to General Huayan, after all.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one.
A promise is a promise.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't.
Danheng, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere? By the way, when...
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yunli, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Ju-Ming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put...
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Ju-Ming swordplay.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yunli?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird? So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
Ahem. All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
Please have some tea.
Close attention, Miss March. Lawfu swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements. Strike with heart! Yes, you! Practice is over. Swords descend!
Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Right on time.
Like this? 10 of you.
Well done! Bladed flight! Yes, you! Time for swordplay!
Within the self, not the sword.
Strike!
Ready to shine. Awesome! What? I'm starting to get the hang of it.
How many can you block?
Time to show you what I can. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What? Yes!
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool?
Right on time.
Slap!
Yes, you!
Mountains fall!
Right on time. Bladed flight! What are you made of? Strike!
I could take 10. Yes!
Time for practice is over. Swords descend! Strike apart!
Oh, I get it! Oh, crap! Check out this move!
Within the self, not the...
Oh!
Yes, you!
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry.
Given the situation, I believe Miss Her
Strength. Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it does.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww.
Pilih jalan-jalannya. Apa? Electronic. We do right now.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Well done.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Perhaps I might have a shot at beating both masters in the ring?
Get real. You've only been practicing for a short while.
With your talent, Miss March, if you dedicate a few more decades to training, you might eventually be able to defeat Yun Li.
Decades? But I'll be an old lady by then. No.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent sword master in such a short time. Now,
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up.
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades could improve your touch.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or...
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the sword master. Yanqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance. Deal?
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out, the rumors are true. Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on home?
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu, the healer working for the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing, and you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the General's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried. Cloud.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Are you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School. It specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
So, you're the
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine. Call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids?
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No.
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Ugh, is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects. This thing can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this. 2 individuals. The one standing is full of malice. Out in the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular, surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yun Li and me, Mr. Jiao Cho. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance...
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to... And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring, the war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see this. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity.
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yun Li and Miss March haven't seen it either. Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the sky.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Jiao Cho?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu, standing in the ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over. I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard. Even in the thick of battle, facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the world. But then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into it. After that, I had to pick up the pieces. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why. But after talking with you, Mr. Jiao Cho, I think as a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulder. When I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting... That's why I wield...
Oh, Yenqing. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will understand how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yenqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well, I don't have a dream like Yenqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his... Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help...
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused.
What happened, Mr.
Oh, nothing. I was judging from my professional perspective as a healer. Both of you possess remarkable vitality. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer.
What? You're leaving already?
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you... By the way, Yenqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an auto...
Actually, this is a restricted area, but...
I understand.
Seriously? I just spent so much time...
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter,
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know, cramming before a fight for some reason. Seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. All right. I'll take you out of the Stargazer, Navalia.
Just shut up, Red Fang! This is not a beast ship. You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't... I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this... When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance. How's that? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And,
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh!
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Huh? Everhunt Plains? Yeah, sure. Big Sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me.
Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenching?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yenching at all. That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Wafu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. I have a feeling that if we secretly follow my lead and be careful not to blow...
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
Don't get too close, Miss March. They might...
Aw.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Cut the theatrics, Gulak. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparation weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those...
Ugh, it's so cramped.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared! Let's catch up to them.
Tread softly. Breathe quietly. And make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Did he spot us? Quickly, hide! Watch out! They're on high alert!
I knew it looks like
Why are they coming back? Looks like they're planning. They keep talking about their.
They're definitely up.
something doesn't smell right. There's a weird scent. Who's there? Show yourself!
Did he spot us? Quickly, hide!
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhard, I'm coming!
We're leaving. Did he spot us? Quickly, hide!
Soalnya, astaga, ada pada pukul. Oke, serius.
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhard, I'm coming!
What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Force it take 10 of you.
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
Nice job!
Oh. Disastro pala.
I hope for an end to strife in the world.
Habis sudah mati deh.
Harmony and unity.
Test. Time for some hardship. Stand down.
The show must go on.
Aduh, baru bisa stand. Gimana nih?
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What? Yes!
Time for some hardship. Got the defense?
The hero's life is
SAS
hard.
Kippy. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Yes, aku nih.
You know nothing of the weight behind. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Fancy. Oke, ya. Nah. Sip. Ya.
Force
Opat.
Here you go, Master.
May song bring us victory. Resonate all together.
Together as one. Bad luck. Yin and yang. Yeah. Not very sportsmanlike. Human creations. That
Stars echo.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
awesome. Now watch this. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borisin, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Well, how did the Borisin manage to infiltrate the Cienjo?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be... They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borisin prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the express...
There are more Borisin hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Coba boleh tolong betul boleh macam apa oh Proses waduh mantap wow
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the General of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General Jing Yuan.
salah
No, you didn't. That doesn't sound like the divine foresight I know.
Don't worry. Just tell her the truth.
According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. And over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has... The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different from the Ruin Legion's usual style of destruction. While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance. Let me be clear. The questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts. So please don't take offense if any of my questions...
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jingyuan wants us to be honest. Maybe I'll just stick to the facts we know.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis.
Yes.
However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that...
Apart from the Lafu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurillo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching the Lafu, was one of them.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the duty of the Nameless.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and the Trailblazers are just doing their best to fix it. I understand. Let's move on to the next question. The reports suggest that Don Shu, the master of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellaron to resurrect the Ambrosial Arbor. But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
If the Lafu hadn't exiled Danheng, leaving the Videodora with no leader, they wouldn't have fallen into chaos, and there wouldn't have been the opportunity to bring the Stellaron to the roots of the Arbor unnoticed.
Invitor Lune was exiled due to his own crimes. Now, Dan Heng, as his reincarnation, is free from his sins. However, why did he risk trespassing on the Xianzhou Lafu before his exile was lifted?
I was concerned about the safety of my companions, so I acted brazenly. I admit I was reckless at the time, but...
But he returned despite everything. Now, let's consider the outcome. The Arbor was resurrected, and the Lafu required a High Elder to repair the seal and suppress the Plague Mark. It's, according to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
I was there, fighting Fantilia alongside General Jingyuan, but she absorbed the power of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained an almost indestructible physical form. Perhaps that was her intention all along.
So, a pawn of the destruction wanted a flesh and blood body to live in. Interesting. That's quite a new perspective. Oh. It seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General Fei Shao? Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
The two Nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the Nameless, but for you too, General Jing Yuan. First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the Plague Mark. That was a dereliction of responsibility. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Lawfu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking, or the 10 Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it. But in the end, the Law Fu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. So, I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Law Fu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away once and for all.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Lawfu, there are people accusing you of neglecting your duties, resulting in the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Fei Shao?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the Divine Foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Lawfu and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongus behind it all.
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having 12 faces and 12 pairs of fangs, as cruel as poison, and as elusive as quicksand. The Borisin believe she'll give them a chance to rise again.
That's Ventilia.
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Hsr Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly. I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts about the Lawfu. So, my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer to satisfy the Alliance.
What's in this plan, General Fei Shao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts. And for that, I'll have to ask the 2 Nameless to visit the Shackling Prison. No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the gaps that weren't covered in the report and silence any protests within the Alliance.
I'm okay with that.
Your willingness to help is truly heartwarming, youngsters.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests...
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance, but I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas of the Foxians on the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
So, you are here for Hule.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Luofu's shackling prison. Since he is the broodlord of the Borison, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there. The recent movements of the Borison suggest they're planning something big, so we must act preemptively.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis. Since you trust my judgment, I'll repay that trust. What do you think about all this, General Huayan?
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of you are on the same page, solving each other's problems. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
And as for Hule, I'll send my lieutenants Zhao Chou and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no more questions, shall we get this started? Do you actually?
The Xianzhou's matrix of prescience can also predict the future. Do you believe in its prophecies?
I understand. You're definitely a unique individual, just like Huayan said. I hope you'll walk alongside them.
I'm really sorry about all this. But the testimony in the shackling prison won't take up much of your time. I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation division. You just need to give your testimony, and then you can head back. So no need to worry.
As you wish, General.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the Interrogation Division also know your purpose in coming.
Today is a good day for public service and overtime.
The shackling prison. I didn't expect to be back here after all these years.
Danhong.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you. This is one of many entrances used for temporary access.
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there and lock you up for a few hundred years.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiao Cho and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hule to the Yaoqing. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed, Your Honor.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin abominations of abundance and the arch nemesis of the Fox. Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the shackling prison and subjected to the
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor. He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians. The stories of his atrocities are used to terrify.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. Only the judges of the Ten Lords Commission truly know what kind of abomination is locked up at the bottom of the shackling prison. It has been centuries since Jingliu, the Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment used to execute sinful abominations. Most Borisin die within 3 days in the forest, but Hule is different. Every time the blades pierce him, his body instantly heals. The complex rules are there because of his abnormal characteristics. Do you understand now?
I apologize for any offense caused. Please continue, Your Honor.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully. And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hule.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupatoxin that induces fear. Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupatoxin. This pill is for our...
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine, let's proceed. Your Honor.
What is it?
No. Never mind. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Let's keep moving.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express. Judge Hanya of the Interrogation Division. We've met before. You don't want to see me? Well, in that case, I can call in the judge who's an expert in acupuncture, or the one who's handy with axes and saws, or the one who knows all about whips and ropes. We've got plenty of options here, and we'll find one that suits your taste. Just kidding. We judges work in shifts, and it just happens to be my shift. Maybe we're destined to cross paths. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the Fixtral Garden.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Shenzhou Luofu.
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the Ten Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. Don't do anything without my permission. This is not a place for ordinary mortals. You and Mr. Dunham, please come with me.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please, watch your steps. Be very careful and watch your step as you make your way through. The terrain inside the shackling prison is treacherous. One wrong move, and you could end up plunging into the depths. And if you're really unlucky, you might be frozen solid or burned to a crisp before anyone can help you. But with your skills, I don't think you need to worry about that. You're funny. This prison does contain many layers. We even brought in Videodora Icor line craftsmen to introduce the ingenuity of Delve enchantment.
Perhaps. Judging from the appearance, much of the architecture in this prison has a Vidyadoran style. So, perhaps they did have a hand in building this place back then.
Well, the paths here serve as both passageways for the Ten Lords' Commission and barriers for the prisoners. Most prisoners locked up here have committed serious crimes violating the Sanzhou legal code, and many of them are denizens of abundance like Borison. So, as long as the treacherous to please, come this way.
Oh. Wah, jauh banyak. Wah, harus delingin nih. Turun nanti. Waduh.
the war dance is about the cloud nut. I'm sure. Are there a lot? Sorry.
It's freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this.
자, terus. Sana. Astaga. Salah dong.
I do like surprises.
Menyedihkan jangan biar itu sih. Nah. Asiknya kayak gini.
Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out. Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
Nice.
These crates.
A few days ago, the spirit fair. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance. But throwing both the I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the Hall of Karma about these wise ones. They love to tinker with forbidden technologies, always trying to push the limits of Ingenia. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to Borison. I wonder what they're planning this time. Well, business first. Let's keep moving. Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Watch out!
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
Aku udah
These things
malas.
moving on their own. Something's wrong. The guards aren't responding. This thing is going wild. Just like the horse.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Astaga, ay, kacau. Aduh, salah.
Knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
Human creations.
Stand down.
Mediocre. Answer me. 0 points.
Yin and yang.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Converge and awaken. Star's echo.
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols.
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structure. These things showing up in the Shackling prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole prison is in trouble, I'm afraid. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of the Shackling prison, the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. And the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast meant... Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor?
Tuh, dia kira.
Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons are locked away in the solitary delves, deep down in the prison. Those delves can't be opened without proper authorization. I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns.
What the? Ah, ini mati udah.
Please take a look.
Oh, di sana. Oke, intinya coba ya. Dari bawah ke atas, jadi sendiri dulu ya. Oh iya, 1, 2, oh iya, pas. Di sini laser ini.
Not bad. It could even use some more intensity.
path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yao Qing messengers want to see him dead. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed. Because this beast simply can't be killed.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, it might help balance out some of the sins he's committed. Could you be the key to a cure for the General? Hule.
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. You can call me Mock Talk.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
Nobody will hear you here. At the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Morsa.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer!
Ay, sampo.
There are
Oh
too
yeah.
many of them.
Hey. Chill. Aduh, kacau. Salah aku sih ya, men. Ya, bukan. Ini ya. Starter dulu sih.
Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside, we found soldiers availing.
Together as one.
You fool!
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Human creations.
I suggest you surrender. Of course, I'll still kill you all. But I promise.
The measure of truth and falsehood.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before the meeting?
How presumptuous! Die now!
Oras ng counter.
Leave if you can, Musa.
It's not time yet.
Fool! More season.
Test.
Converge and awaken! Yin and yang!
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before the meeting?
0 points. Answer me.
Guard the gate! They can't be allowed in!
No, Suigi, no.
I've waited for too long. My first meal after regaining my freedom is the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred. A sad scene indeed.
It's been a long time. Boy, welcome back.
Jika
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt?
yang
Duran's whelp. Tell me your name.
Oh, great Hule, nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. I'm Moktok, a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. I am only one insignificant heir spawned from your bloodline. It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars.
alasan kami Roger Sumatera.
I'm thrilled to see that you are as cunning
Emang ini Roger
and
Sumatera.
skillful as ever.
7 centuries.
Mr. Roger.
7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps grown to look like this? Tell me, Moktok, why have you grown to resemble a most despicable...
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move to get off of this ridiculously large ship?
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have a tight 2-hour window to get out of here. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if
if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my claws.
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged divisions among the Borisin. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives if it means setting you free.
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan. Fine. You'll get what you want. And all of Duran's whelps will too.
Well then, my lord. We should leave now.
Before we go, give me one of those magic pills.
My lord, you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast? That would be a disgrace to your greatness, my lord.
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxian slave?
No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup, but it seems like all communication is jammed.
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Just a short time ago, the Nether Key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation, I'm afraid that area is exactly where our enemies are targeting.
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up and secure each floor.
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed, but Borisin tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans like this is simply not their style. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am.
Cobalah sempatkan 10. Tidak yakin udah. Tolonglah. Hanya lagi. Ya Allah. Harus langsung gak mau banting. Gila lagi. Berapa lagi ya? 30. Salah gue. Kamu hitung dirinya 50 loh. Oke lah. Mungkin 60.
Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
In the obscure prophecy of Dream, a star from the heavens has enlightened my path. We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly. Follow me to the path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism. No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through.
Banyak banget story ini. Baru ingat. Sebelum mencari hutan. Oke, lanjutkan.
Some Spiritfarers occasionally use Ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations. The nether key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
I hope for an end to strife in the world. Resonate all together.
Your answers? Test. 0 points.
We came together. Together as one.
Stand down.
Bad luck.
You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
All things must be human creations. I see through you.
Let's begin. I'm asking questions. Test. 0 points.
A quick divination.
The nether key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
Infallible.
S.A.S. per key. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
We came together.
Leave it to me.
I'm asking questions.
Together as one.
Let's begin. You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Hey, song, bring us.
Oh, bisa mati ya.
All things in this human creations.
Masa bisa. Pakai keluar astaga.
Stars echo.
Leave it to me. The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
Infallible.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Harmony and unity. Converge and awaken.
Stand down. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Stars echo.
Astaga. Kacau. Tamat dong ya.
Just as my calculations predicted.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long ago.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has managed to break free. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister? Are they
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some clues. Xue is here. Miss Xue bravely sacrificed herself. My condolences, Miss Hanya.
condolences? Well, that's unnecessary. You misunderstand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an Ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's document office has become a routine for her. While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but... By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other wears a dark cloak, like a fugitive.
no. I haven't found any Foxian bodies. Only Borisin ones.
So, the intruders and Hule are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. If anything happens to the messengers, the relationship between the Yaoqing and the Luofu could be irreversibly damaged. We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope.
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
Reconstruct. It's my sister. Looks like her soul hasn't returned to the Hall of Karma yet. At such a critical moment, her death can give us information that we can turn into an advantage. Let me see if I can fix it up. Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time like this. Happy? Tears of joy? Forget it. I'm used to you coming back in all sorts of forms.
Now is not the time for jokes. This
Kacau
freight
loh.
train can't hold all of me.
Sister, what did you see when you were killed?
One of the Yaoqing messengers escaped, and the other one was taken hostage and brought upwards?
Besides the Borisin, there were other intruders. Invisible.
Invisible intruders? What does that even mean? How many conspiracies are tangled up in this mess? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside. Make sure you deliver the news to the outside world.
I understand.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borisin will escape from the prison.
All right. We happened to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away. No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.
Wait! Something feels off.
The invisible intruders? These abominations aren't prisoners from this prison.
Creations! Harmony and unity.
Just...
truth and falsehood.
Converge and awaken!
Misery. Zero waste.
No matter. Doors echo! Yin and yang!
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
The prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning. Aren't you looking for me?
Misery.
I'm fine.
Together as one!
Stand down. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Harmony and unity. Doors echo.
Just focus on the fight.
Yin and yang. Human creations.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Converge and awaken.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Misery. Zero waste.
It's okay, it's okay. Doors echo.
Test. Zero waste.
Stand down. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
May you find peace in song.
So,
The prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning. I prefer to be called the Yao Qing messenger who strategically retreated. At least two different groups of intruders infiltrated here. The Wolf Cubs and these Mara-struck soldiers. Their hiding technique, it's pretty similar to the Wind Mantle technique used by the Vidyadhara serving Kailorum Venti on the Yao Qing. What do you think? Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time to exchange assassination techniques. I'm Waza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf and was planning to escape and report back as quickly as possible. Now it seems. The prison on the Lawfu is a real maze, I must admit.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Moza. We'll do our best to ensure your friend's safety.
No, you can do nothing for him now. And you shouldn't be focusing on his safety at the moment.
Your friend is in Hule's clutches and you're just going to leave him behind?
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying to save my friend will only get us killed. I don't know how you think, but I won't throw my life away for a lost cause. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. They're planning to seal off the entire prison to keep the outside world in the dark. The worst case scenario, we are all killed by that giant wolf, and the shackling prison is sealed off. No one will know about us or about their escape until it's done. The best case scenario... The best case scenario would be we seal the gates and trap the enemy inside with us. We can't let that monstrous wolf escape. Hopefully, someone will eventually notice that something's off and come to help. As for whether we'll still be alive by then, it's not something we should think about.
You should have a way of comforting people, Mr. Walter.
As a person of the Yaoqing, I've always searched for something meaningful to give my life to.
I have to make it out alive. My companions are waiting for me.
As a netherworld dweller, I've already died once.
Don't worry. Even if we end up dying here, I won't let it happen to you first.
Well, you're just as good at comforting people as Mr. Muozi. None of you are part of the Ten Lords' commission, so sacrificing yourselves isn't the right move. As a judge, it's my responsibility to guard this prison. And if someone should step up to stop Hule from escaping, it should be me, not you. Once we reach the gate, I hope you'll help me seal it. After that, I'll do everything I can to fight the Borisin. And you find a safe place to hide and wait for reinforcements. Now, let's proceed upward.
Ui, asik. Asik. Sudah pasang.
truth and falsehood.
Together as one.
Stand down. Zero grace.
I'm fine.
Test.
Stars echo.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Yin and yang. Converge and awaken. Human creations. Harmony and unity. Bad luck.
Zero grace. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Zero grace.
Aduh.
Harmony and unity. Stars echo.
Answer me. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. Measure of truth and falsehood.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
That won't stop me.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Yin and yang. Converge and awaken. Human creations. Resonate all together. No matter.
Answer me. Mediocre.
Stars echo. Yin and yang.
Test. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Together as one. Human creations.
You don't see these every day.
It's okay. It's okay. Harmony and unison.
Your answers? Answer me.
Converge and awaken.
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
No matter. May song bring us victory. That kind of tickles.
Test. 0 points.
Great. Stars echo.
Answer me.
The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
Infallible. Infallible. Just as I thought.
We must seal the entrance before the Borison fugitives get out. mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me. We're almost there. The gate is just ahead.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Resonate all together.
Test.
Human creations. Converge and awaken.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Stars echo.
Test. No. Answer me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Stand down.
Harmony and unity.
No matter.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Together as one. Human creations. Yin and yang.
Test. Zero waste.
Stars echo.
Answer me.
Bad luck.
Test. Zero waste.
Oh, thanks.
I will hold them back.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Resonate all together.
Answer me.
Converge and awaken.
Stand down. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Zero waste.
Stars echo.
Test.
Human creations. Yin and yang.
Answer me. Zero waste. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
things shift in divination. Just as I thought. As divined.
This brings back such familiar.
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. As we pass through the gate, no one will be able to stop us.
So this hostage is useless now. Kill him, Moktok.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiaoqiu. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something!
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
Oh, just look at you. Fallen so low during my absence. You're even negotiating with livestock. As far as I recall, no one from the Yao Qing would ever
I've got to make this beast stay here, whether it's for the sake of Fei Xiao or the Yao Qing. Deal. I certainly have more value alive. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of many things that your minions have no knowledge of. They'll all be...
Lowly beast. Muster up that pitiful tongue of yours and plead for what remains of your life. Speak up.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned to the Luofu. Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything about this. May I just kill him now?
Silence, Moktok. And you, slave. From now on, you'll stay by my side. You'll only speak and move when I allow you to. Otherwise, I'll dismember you from head to tail, inch by inch. Got it?
But my lord...
We must stay here for some time, Moktok. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou who should tremble. Now, Duran's whelps, follow me!
Prison guards! Stop them! For our great Lord Hulai!
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the guard. Those who fail to
cek dong.
The show begins.
Wih. Nih.
Stay.
Harmony and unison. No matter. Converge and awaken.
Stand down. You fool!
A quick divination. Stars echo.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. Answer me. Zero points. Knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood.
Human creations. Together as one.
Answer me. Zero points. Knowledge, the measure of truth, and falsehood. You fool!
Yin and yang.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Pressing it all together. Stars echo. Human creations. Converge and awaken.
Answer me. Zero points. The galaxy is vast.
Report! After we lost contact with the shackling prison, we received a message from a Psycrane. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hule!
What about the Yaoqing messengers and the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things, but the beginning. The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge, from both the abominations of abundance and the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Lawfu Cloud Knights to pursue Hule myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away, once and for all.
One's hexagrammatic position is always in flux. Planning is paramount.
Oh, habis misinya. Oke lah.
Nah.
Kelanjutan dalam aja.
Mountain marsh from top to bottom. The third... To last line means... So... Huh?
We have some amazing goods left.
Have an trigram on both ends. The third to last line says... Today is a good day for public service and overtime. Wind on top with mountain underneath. Find the second to last line? More sugar intake needed. Time for some sweet tea. Mountain and marsh from top to bottom. The third to last line means... someone's slacking off right now. Huh? Huh? Wind on top with mountain underneath. Find the second to last line? More sugar intake needed. Time for some sweet tea. Have an trigram on both ends. The third to last line says... Today is a good day for public service and overtime.